Hello, darlings. How are you doing? One of my first posts here on YouTube, darling. How are you doing? My name is Furious George, and welcome to your first YouTube live cast of Clutch Your Pearls. How are you doing, darling? Normally, I start off on Facebook. More people, more ways to connect, but at the same time limited. Sort of catching us off guard. Those who don't understand who I am a costumer, burlesque artist, political commentator, a lot of other things. Sorry, that phone is garbage. So, I'm done with it. Moving on. I do a lot of other things burlesque, go go dancing, all the things you can imagine, darling, usually in a costume when I talk to you about politics. So, here I am, darling. Here I am. So, um, today's about voting. Today's topic is about voting and other masquerades. Because, see, what you're doing is a masquerade. It's not real, you know. I know you think it is. Well, you're like, who are you to say this? Who are you to say this to me? I understand. I'm someone who lives as a multiple minorities simultaneously. And that is the point. Unfortunately, you don't realize that your system is fake, that it's garbage. It's meant as distraction and illusion. Maybe you'll get there. Maybe you'll get there one day. I hope you will. In the meantime, those of us who work in entertainment and several industries will help you to realize the flaws of what you think you know. We've been lectured to several times about telling you how to vote. Now, we're not telling you if you should or should not. We're telling you that it doesn't matter if you do, because it doesn't factually. You just think it does, as is designed by your elite. If you have time, read the document Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. It's a very interesting document, a congressional record, if you will. It reveals how you're being trained to think that voting matters, that you matter to the elite, which you don't. You're merely cannon fodder, chattel. And it's funny. It's funny for them, darling, just so you know. The fact that you think you can defeat your system by voting means to us that you don't understand what your system is. You cannot vote away people's wealth and power. That's not a thing, darling, sweetheart. It's not a thing. It just isn't. This isn't to be rude. This isn't to be condescending. Well, I'm dressed in fetish gear. I look like a freak, don't I? But freaks know some things you don't know. You'd be surprised. You'd be very surprised, darling. Pay attention. Pay attention, darling. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot to do. Go check out this outfit. Do you like this outfit? Check this outfit out. It's slutty. Bam. Bam. Ooh. Ooh. Yes, darling. All of the masquerades, darling. All of the masquerades. That's what we wish to do. We wish to masquerade with you. That's what the elite do too. They pretend to be on your side. They entice you into utilizing your own desires against yourself. That's what they do, darling. And if you don't understand that, you're pretty much lost. You just pretty much are, darling. There's nothing to help you with, you know. So it's not that you can't vote. Please go do that. It just doesn't matter if you do. It just doesn't matter. They don't care. And why should they? Why should they? The only reason you think voting matters is because you think that they're dependent on your votes when they're not. They're not dependent on your votes. Not at all. They want you to do that. So how are you challenging them if you do what they want? You're not challenging them. You're following orders, sweetheart. That is why we told you not to vote. It wasn't an abstract claim we made. Yours was abstract. That you would somehow gain power through voting, which you're not going to get. So stop lying to yourself. Stop pretending away the reality of your law, of the law you've consented to initiate. You've consented to this law. You have. By supporting corporate sponsors, by supporting corporations in general. You have done this. And there's no escape for you. You're doomed. You just are. And I kind of feel bad for you. I really do, darling. I feel really bad for you. It's a shame Facebook wouldn't let me do this cast. Do you know why? Because I covered the Fed yesterday, and they were not happy about that. So now I conveniently can't do a cast. I can check all my notifications. Everybody else can post. I just can't post. Your connection is too low. Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure that my connection is too low. Unless, of course, I was on your side, in which case I'd have a broadcasted network, wouldn't I? Facebook. Who also owns this site. I love that you think you're fooling people. I love that you forget that you think we have a search bar. We have one, darling. We have one. We know what you're doing. We just know. You're not fooling anyone. You're just not, darling. That's why you're in the position you're in right now. You realize, Facebook, if you would not censor us as much, you'd actually do better. It's because you keep trying to censor us that actually makes it worse for you. It just does. You're not going to win this battle. You're not going to. We're going to win it. So you might as well capitulate to us now, while you still have some mercy. We won't be lenient towards you forever, darling. We just won't. So I suggest you get with the program. Those who opposed me, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry that you think you get to do that. It's not that you don't have the right to do it. Of course you do. It just doesn't matter if you oppose me because I have the facts on my side. I have the documents, darling. And if you want them, we can give them to you. Your system is a fraud and everything you believe is garbage and lies. And you will eventually come to realize that in time. You will. You will come to realize it, sweetheart. You just will. I'm very excited for you. Very excited. But that's all I really wanted to say. I want to come to a means of understanding with you, you know, as Furious George with Clutch Your Pearls. You see, I play many characters, so I know the characters when I see them. Your politicians, your business establishment are characters. It's a masquerade to make you capitulate to corporate rule. Rule of any kind. Rule by celebrities. Rule by force. Rule by appeasement. And they know you will do this. They know you will. So until you stop doing it, you're pretty much set to go, aren't you? I suggest you start paying attention. Because some of us are. Even while we look like this. Appearances are deceiving, darling. And villainy wears many masks. Many masks. None so deadly as the mask of virtue. Just so you understand. We shall be back with more topics, darling. You don't even know. Stay prepared for Halloween, darling. We'll be there. This has been Clutch Your Pearls. I'll see you later. Keep voting. While you remain dependent on your corporatocracy for all of your resources. I'm sure they'll listen to your votes. It seems to be working wonders for you so far. Wonders, darling. Just wonders. Alrighty. That's all I needed to say. Toodles.